Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of Fan Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Reynolds. We have T Wright, RC, and Flowers. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, guys?
What's good, gang?
Fellas.
Doing great. Man, we have week 5 in the books already. We see we got the Colts in the house, 49ers, of course, the Saints representing as always. Yeah, everybody got a win this week.
Hey, that's a good thing. It's been a while since everybody got a win.
Yeah, everybody got a win. Even no, never mind.
Browns lost.
Yeah, the Browns lost. So sorry, Gatwood. I thought I was about to say everybody. See, I looked at the Texans. I was like, oh, he got a win. Like, nah, that's not his team. So anyway, man, let's dive right into it. The Giants beat the Packers 27-22. Who would have thought this was going to happen? I seriously didn't see this happening. Like when I saw the score, like the Packers was just winning. You know, all of a sudden the Giants came back. RC, your legend. A-Rod.
And then I texted you about it. Surprisingly, I know you were surprised at my response of how critical I was of him. Like he was a very critical of his team. He threw his team under the bus, but you know, I watched the game because it was on one of my tickets, and I saw how he came out, man, in the second half. And he was throwing the ball down the field like he was trying to throw it to Randy Moss. Like his first couple of passes was just, and then it's like they didn't stick to the game plan. I think the NFL though did them a disservice because they were playing in Lambeau, the Giants would have been up against that crowd in that second half. But by playing in London, them fans are screaming for everything. They could have been like a broken arms.
Yeah.
Nose. You know, they screaming. So, but I was disappointed in Aaron Rodgers. I thought maybe he would take more responsibility for that loss, but he threw his team under the bus. And you'll hear more about my hot take, my response to how he handled that later on.
Yeah, like I don't see how Aaron Rodgers is upset about this team. I mean, it's basically on him. And to get them guys ready is on him. You know, you can't pat about, the receivers you don't have. It's okay. It's nothing good gonna come out of it because you are here now. You gotta get with those guys and get better. That's the only thing you can do. So when him throwing the team on the bus, he played a decent game, but it's always a team effort. It's just not you. It's the whole team, man. Flowers.
Yes, sir.
Were you stunned by this outcome? Or are you like, okay, I can call it?
I'm not gonna say stunned because they're professionals, and just looking at what Aaron Rodgers and them doing for on the offensive side of the ball, it allows people to come back. I do agree with RC as far as the fact of it being a neutral site. People just want to see a good game. The Packers were up 17-0. I'm not watching it, and then you scan it, looking at the score, and you're like, oh man, it's close. So you start watching and you start seeing what's going on, and if any team has an opportunity late, man, like it can go either way. And I think we need to give the Giants credit as far as they're well coached. And Saquon Saquon is looking like a top 3 back in this league right now. Like he's unstoppable.
Is he injured? Did he hurt his shoulder?
He came back in and bust off a 40-yard play.
I'm just saying, we're gonna see this
hey,
week
look,
5.
Ben, as soon as he went out, I hit him up on the phone over there. I said, "Get back in, Ben, watch."
On the way, like in week 5, we got 12 more weeks of this, so he's good though. He's looking real good out there. I give it to him. Like
very good.
He worked hard. He came back from injuries. He been working hard, man.
Let me add something real quick.
But yeah.
Now, and I don't know if you want to go and talk about the end of the game real quick because that played a pivotal part in it. I think.
Yeah, you can go and talk on it.
Okay, as I didn't want to rush into it if they want to. Just to throw my little 2 cents in and be done. But at the end of the game, when Rodgers got those 2 balls batted down, it's like what, a minute and 6, minute and 8 left or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. It's second down, and I'm like, run the ball so you can give yourself more downs and more opportunities. They threw it twice. Both of them got knocked down.
Yep.
I understand putting the ball in Aaron Rodgers' hands, but you got Aaron Jones, you got AJ Dillon. Get the first down so you can give yourself more opportunities. And then they had timeouts also. So I was kind of disappointed in that.
Aaron actually audible out of the play. The original play was going to Cobb, and he pulled the sleeve up, which that ball was going to the right side of the field. I saw it again later on in somebody else's game, the audible with the right sleeve. So that's a catchy thing. But he took control of it because he's the guy, like we talked about, he's the guy. So he audible out of the original play.
I wonder what was the original play.
It was going to the other side. It was going to Cobb.
Like a screen?
They were trying to get it to Cobb on like the slant. They tried it before, but he saw the big receiver Lazard. It's going to be a back shoulder to Lazard on the right side of the field.
Yep.
Back in the end zone, I guess. And
Lazard or Cobb, who you gonna trust in this moments?
Or neither one of them.
Neither one of them. Devontae.
I trust Cobb, but I trust Cobb. At least he's a veteran. He sure-handed. He sure-handed.
With the time on the clock, though.
But the crazy part, the blitz was coming from that side, the side of the audible.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It was coming from that side, though. So he was going to be quick with it. But them guys were tall, so.
Yeah. What you were saying, Flowers?
You got 2 timeouts left. It's second and 2. It wasn't like it was second and 10 or something like that. You got 2 yards to get put yourself in another 4-down situation. To get yourself 6 downs to maybe throw that back shoulder or maybe get Cobb, coming on the inside or something. I'm just disappointed in the play call.
Because the Giants was already had it in head that they're gonna pass rush regardless. Like there was they didn't want to think about no run at all.
No.
So they could have got him. They could even did like a delayed handoff or something. Like
it's
them guys
2 yards, bro.
Yeah, them guys would come
2 yards.
It's 2 yards, man.
They weren't thinking about no run.
Line up and play football.
Exactly.
It's a different game, man. Like it's crazy.
Coaches be overthinking it. Tyler, you think the Giants are legit 4-1?
I do.
Well, of course, I know y'all gonna say, of course they legit. They won 4 games, but are they a good team? That's what I'm asking you.
I'd say I'm gonna piggyback off what Flower said. They're more of a well coached than a good team, if that makes sense. Because they're not better than the Eagles. They're not better than the Cowboys. So in their division, I wouldn't. This is a good win for them though. This is a major win because who did they play the first 3 games?
They played the Cowboys,
the Titans, Bears,
Cowboys.
Yeah, I think they played the
Bears.
And the Cowboys game they only lost, man.
Man, listen, I think their coach is a player's coach. He danced in the locker room after the game like Sean Payton. They love him. They playing for him. So that's the new era of coaching. If you can get your guys if you can be relatable, you can get them to play for you. And I think that's what it is.
That's what it's all about.
Green Bay should be worried though. This is a bad loss.
The Vikings are right there. They better get this
on
together.
Top. Vikings number 1 in the division right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think the Vikings already beat Green Bay this year. So they Vikings kind of already look like the better team offensively wise. You know, their defense can't stop a nosebleed, but besides that, the Bills beat the Steelers 38-3. That wasn't a beating. That was a slashing, a whooping, or I don't know what that was. Steelers defense. What is going on with that group? I'll ask you, Tyler. What's going on with the Steelers defense?
No, that's to me. If you this man threw for what 3-something in the first half, it seemed like the secondary just. It's almost like they gave up. It's like they ain't had no kind of fight or something. 3-something in the first half is insane,
bro. This is absurd. Like the Steelers defense should be ashamed of themselves. Josh Allen threw for 424 yards, 4 touchdowns, a QBR at 134. 424 yards. You allowed that. The game was well over. It was. I mean, they would never end the game. And they they allow this man to keep going off. They're like, bump it. Let's just throw stuff at him. Let's see what sticks. They didn't know how to stop Josh Allen. RC, what you guys say about this game?
Well, I'm a defend the Steelers defense because their offense didn't do anything for them. And if you know how offense and defense, they got to complement one another. And the problem was they were going 3 and out. And that's putting them on, keeping the defense on the field. The defense was out there. They probably still out there now playing. They've been on the field so long, and now it's looking like Ben Roethlisberger wasn't the problem. You didn't really address a lot of other issues because you need quarterback play, but you need to.
The O-line's not that great.
The O-line, and you need to add some depth at running back. So if you lose Najee Harris, see the teams that are going to advance and be the best teams down the end are going to have the teams with the most depth. They don't have it right now. And on the defensive side of the ball, them guys are gassed. So, and then you're going against a machine. That's what I call Josh Allen.
Well, of course they gassed. They get over 98-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he was just open. That's the only way I can put it.
The first one.
Like 24 hours.
That was like the second. That was like the second game. The second play, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
the first or the second play of the game. When the first play, maybe.
Yeah, I believe it was the.
But I think too, man. If you look at the way the games were trending, we kind of expected Buffalo to beat Pittsburgh, right? Anybody?
We all picked that game.
So the thing that I struggle with looking at it don't look like a Mike Tomlin's team. They don't have a lot of fight right now.
That's wrong.
So, but I'm not gonna give up on him because I know he'll rally the truth. But he's gonna have to get a veteran quarterback in there off the street.
Mr. Bishop. No, stop doing that. Stop doing that, RC. Let it rest. Let the man rest.
Call Cam. Newton.
He ain't dead, bro. What you mean, let him rest? He ain't dead, man.
He dead to the NFL. Let the man rest, man. Let the man go off in peace.
You want to kill Cam Newton, but you want to revive the red rifle like he did something. Taysom Hill, don't get me started now.
We're gonna get to it. Just save it. Just save it. But Mitch Trubisky, he took their soul. He soul snatched him. He soul snatched.
They gave him $12 million. They got to get it back.
2 years. Yeah, 2 years, $12 million.
He laughed all the way to the bank. I don't blame you, Money Mitch. Don't blame you at all. All right, Chargers beat the Browns 30-28. What have I been preaching the whole time about the Charger offense? Let Eckler play. Get that man in space. And we saw what happened when this dude get in space. He just made plays. Flowers, what do you like from this Chargers team so far?
Man, I like everything as far as talent-wise with him. I don't like Staley. I don't like Brandon Staley, man. He's too critical of himself, man. These analytics, man, they're just gonna ruin these teams because they're dependent so much on a simulation of 1,000 different scenarios when you're only in one scenario for 3 hours on Sunday. You go by the scenario that's going on. The game was telling you, in my opinion, Jacoby Brissett wasn't gonna beat you. So why wouldn't you just give why would you let them possibility to take a 65-yard drive instead of 80-yard drive. If you want to talk about analytics, 65 yards, 80 yards. I mean, I'm not a math magician here, but I would rather Jacoby Brissett, drive 65 to 80 yards, beat me. What more can I say?
I'm pretty sure Aaron
with no Landry.
What more? People would pray to have Justin Herbert as their quarterback. Like, the kid is amazing. The kid can do everything. Finally, we see Austin Eckler get going. Like I say, that's coaching. That's Brandon Staley holding that man back, and the staff holding that man back. Because
they want to be the air raid.
Yes, you want to put so much on Herbert when you have a serviceable back. Broke a 90-yard run for what else? What more do you want other than you got Keenan Allen online now complaining about what are we doing?
Come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When they did that retro throwback picture with Herbert and Allen and Mike Williams, you already knew what they were trying to do. Air raid, man. Bump all they. Use the ground game. You got a star in Eckler who's a Pro Bowler. Use that man. And you talking about analytics. They should use analytics for Nick Chubb. Cause you already knew the Browns gonna just run the ball. Come on, man. Like, you know this. And they still, lucky for them, the Browns, they do some stupid stuff. They always going on fourth down. They went for on 4th and 1 on their own 30.
The analytic bowl right here, man.
RC, the score was 24-21 when they did that. Chargers was up 3. They went for 4th and 1 on their own 30.
I mean, this is a weird time. Like I said, they're trying to be the WWE. They're trying to be, those stories that your grandmother used to watch. It's dramatic. It's extra. You're doing stuff you don't have to do. It's kind of like stuff that you should be doing, like going into surgery, get your elbow worked on. They're using analytics for that. Why are we using analytics where it's 4th and 1 and you're in the shotgun with a running back? Just get your fullback and go get your 1 yard. But fullback and your running back and go get your 1 yard. They want to get so far away from 10 yards in a cloud of dust. They want to get away from what we know and what is like simplicity is everything. Like, keep it simple and just go win the game. And, but it messes with the line. It messes with the money. It messes with it makes good television, I guess. So it's crazy.
But I feel like we got a good coaching staff right here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we take over in no 4th. We gonna call it right. Like, it don't make no sense, man. Like, why? You know what? You know what I'm also seeing? A lot of teams are panicking when the offense is not moving and they get down to a 4th down situation. They feel like they need to go for it. If you just down 10 points, 7 points, why? You let things happen. When you make a team march down the field, you count on something to happen. Something bound to happen. A fumble, an interception, a sack. Something that'll get your team going. That's what you look for. Not getting a good offense, a ball on your own 30.
Raiders.
It blows my mind, man. And the coaches, they killing their own teams. And the Browns, like I said, they fall to 2 and 3. And no Gatwood, he got a finger crossed for Deshaun Watson to come back. But
can I say something about that real quick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Because I've heard so many people saying Deshaun Watson is supposed to do this and that when he come back. This is probably my first time really speaking on Deshaun on here, and I never got the chance to say this. The man hadn't played in almost 2 years. What do you expect for him to do when he comes back? This year is a wash year. He's not going to do anything when he comes back. He's going to use the rest of those games to get back acclimated. He ain't played in 2 years. This is not a bicycle you can pick up and get on because you ain't rode in 2 years and just go down the street. This is NFL football. This is professional sports right here. It takes time.
They looking forward to return to Superman.
Good take, Flau.
We saw it in preseason. I know it was just like, but he was just kind of shaky.
You're right. You seen it in
kind of
preseason.
rusty. Yeah, he was rusty. And we know it was just a vanilla type offense, but I really felt like there was something to that. I'm not saying that he was a bad quarterback or nothing like that. I just felt like he was rusty. That's all. God, the timing was off. He hadn't, been in game speed with these guys. So just like with Jameis and Mike Thomas, how Jameis kept missing Mike Thomas. I feel like it might be a little bit of that because it takes time to have a connection with your best receiver. Chemistry, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And Flowers is correct because I think Michael Jordan and Brett Favre were the only two players I've ever seen do it where they could just walk back into
come in.
Yeah, that's true.
Retire.
Michael Jordan could be drunk and come in and drop 40 on you.
But retire for 3 years and come back and win a championship. Come back and win a playoff game.
He talking about he ate some bad pizza.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Somebody poisoned him.
Yeah, he had the only liquor pizza I ever heard of.
Like who just takes a pizza from? Cause didn't they say they sent a pizza to the room?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was what they said on the documentary.
Yeah, like I ain't taking a random pizza.
You gotta eat when you're drunk.
Come on, man. Like who bring me a random pizza, bro? Like
and it's Michael Jordan. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's true. All right, the Vikings beat the Bears 29-22. The Bears show a little life. Tyler, how you liking this Vikings team?
I think they're gonna be scary later in the season if they can get rolling at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be very scary.
I believe that too.
But
Cook had. Go ahead.
Kirk's still that quarterback though.
Kirk, man, he look like a world beater on some plays and some other plays. Right? You're like, what you doing, son? Like he just have brain farts at the worst time, but they allowed the Bears to get back into it. And lucky for them, I forgot the guy that stripped the receiver of the football. But that's the only. I feel like the Bears was making their way downfield. Mm-hmm. I feel like they had a chance. Flowers, you taking the Vikings offense? Well, you taking the team seriously? You think they have a legit shot to just run the NFC?
Not with Kirk Cousins. You put him in prime time, he folds. We've seen it too many times. It'd be a difference if he had maybe one or two cracks at it, but man, we've seen Kirk be Cousins over the years. Sometimes he shines, sometimes he doesn't. I think it's yet to be told, but the way this year going, the team is good. Maybe they can turn him above average, and maybe they can make a little stride. Maybe win a game or so in the playoffs, maybe. Yeah,
because Justin Jefferson is turning like Cooper Kupp. He just feed him a lot of footballs. It said they had 12. He threw the ball to him 12 times. So yeah, he had 13 targets. 13 targets.
He had 10 catches at half. I want to say
12 catches, 154 yards, 13 targets. RC.
Good numbers.
So we see the Giants at 4-1. You see the Vikings at 4-1. Are you scratching your head a little bit? Or are you just going in that direction? You see it trending.
It's early. It's 5 games into the season. They haven't faced adversity, a lot of injuries yet. They don't play a lot of home games. One thing I can say though about the Vikings, they've been what they've been the last few years. You know how the movie gonna get. The movie's gonna end. Ricky gonna get shot. Ricky always gets shot with them. Kirk gonna do some crazy stuff. But the thing about the Vikings and the Rams who throw to one receiver, you can tell defense in the National Football League has changed drastically because 12 to 13 targets to one receiver, you wouldn't hear that from Jerry Rice in a day. Defenses eventually take him away, double him up, be physical with him. Like I saw the Chiefs do that to Devontae the other night. They walked up and pressed him and made it difficult for him. And what it's doing is killing the record books is just crazy because you can't touch the receivers. You can't do anything on defense like you used to. So, but it's setting Kurt up for a lot of interceptions because some team that they're gonna play down the road is gonna sit on these routes that he's throwing to Jefferson, and he's gonna throw some picks. But that's a lot of targets, man.
Yeah, cause they're gonna start bragging him, and eventually, then hopefully Thielen can pick up the slack.
But can you imagine walking back to that huddle every time if you the other receivers like?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, are you running that route the best you can? I don't know. I say I'll run the route the best I can.
Bro, I'm just gonna stay out there and point. I'm just gonna stand out there and point to the huddle like, y'all know what it is. I'm just gonna stand out here because
I ain't gonna lie. I did that in flag football. We had these other guys at receiver, and they were just our team. They were like Jameis. They like throw it deep. So I just started running short routes. I'm like, I'm just running curl. And you just dump it off to me. You don't see it.
You right, man. Ain't no point of you running no deep routes and you ain't gonna get the ball. You
Yeah,
wasting
exactly.
your-
I started all running slants. I'll just run in like, hey, if you get pressure, just dump it off to me. I ain't running down the field for nothing like that. So that's what they doing with the Vikings. They just feeding Justin Jefferson. All right. The Lions lose to the Patriots.
I knew they would.
What in the world? 29-0.
I knew better.
Jared Goff.
Got that one right.
Count on your fingers on how many points y'all put up that game. Y'all put up
You can't.
0. 0
Can't count
points,
that.
Jared Goff. 0 points, my guy.
Throw that again. This trash.
0 freaking points, Jared Goff.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Whew.
Don't
And look,
do
what's so funny is that we had this discussion about Jared Goff and Jimmy G.
Yeah.
And we saw, look, when he faced a good defense, he can't do anything. He freezes up. He can't make the right reads.
Man, listen.
I started him in
Don't do
fantasy. That's
Don't
another
do
reason
this.
why I'm pissed off. I started him in
That's why you
fantasy.
mad. Did you
3
draft him?
points. I looked at RC. I looked at my
You ain't
score
started Wentz.
at halftime. I had -3 points at halftime, RC.
Did you draft him?
Oh man.
I drafted Russell Wilson. I'm like, what can I lose? Let me play Jared Goff because Russell looking bad too. Bruh.
I'm a-
You need to get some outside consultants with your line.
What's the problem is nobody want to make a trade because they know my team's good. They know I need a quarterback. I'm a quarterback away. Like the freaking Saints, I'm a quarterback away. I can't get a quarterback for nothing. But yeah, Jared Goff, man, he ain't it. He ain't that guy.
It's not Jared Goff. You're watching, you're overanalyzing it. You're using analytics
RC.
with
They
Jared
gave
Goff
that
too.
man-
You do it.
They gave that man 6 tries on 4th down. You know,
Listen,
a team went for it 6 times on 4th down, and guess how many times they converted?
Man.
0, another 0 in that column. Not
this
a
is my
zip.
thing. This is my thing, though, man. I gotta
0.
give you some pushback. You don't have George Kittles. You know, if we compare him to Jimmy G. You don't have Debo Samuels. You don't have Brandon Ayuk. You don't have Kyle Shanahan. What he has over there is receivers who are cast offs from other teams. Barry Sanders ain't in his backfield. Calvin Johnson ain't out there at wideout. Herman Moore ain't out there. They ain't have very good
Herman Moore.
receivers, so I'm tapped out. But all I'm saying is,
RC.
it's the Detroit Lions with nobody.
He lost to a kid
It's
named
like that.
Zappy.
Listen, bro. That's like
Don't do
telling
that.
Oh, he lost to
Jay-Z.
Belichick.
Thank you.
That's like telling Jay-Z to
lost
sing
to that
instead
guy?
of rap. Like, I don't get what you want him to do. You want Jay-Z to be Beyonce. You want them to swap roles. I bet you
JC
Beyonce
would
can rap.
carry. JC would just
Jay-Z
carry
can't-
it. He would carry it. But Jared
He gonna
Goff,
sing. You gonna have Jay-Z to sing? He ain't gonna sing. All I'm
Jared Goff
telling you
can't carry the footballs, man. Like he gonna
J-
fumble that.
it ain't him. Okay, who they play next? Anybody know who they play next?
Not sure.
Nah, I don't have the. Well, yeah, I can look.
I think they off. They play Dallas. I think they got a bye week and they play Dallas. They play Dallas after their bye week. They need this bye week. I think Swift is still hurt, right?
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
buy.
Bro, listen, man. Like, come on, man. You asking too much. Man. You asking Jared. to
I'm
play
not.
Dallas.
I'm asking for points. Like that's too much.
Just a few.
Like 3.
I agree.
Well,
Just
like-
a few.
Like 3.
How I'm gonna get them? You gave
Give me a field goal range first of all.
Yeah.
Like
I thought they would have blocked better for Jared Goff, but like Bill Scheme does some stuff. Jared just looking like a deer in headlights, man.
Bill was licking his
This
chops.
this
Man.
is all on Jared Goff.
Oh my God. You
Yeah.
Bill broke that man's spirit.
Look,
All of
Jared
it, bro.
Goff threw an interception in the end zone in that red zone. They were about to score. He threw an interception right there.
So if you was an
Fumbled
NFL
the ball that led
scout,
to
they
a
normally
touchdown.
if you was an NFL scout and they sent you to the combine, you would come back with no quarterbacks. because it would nobody be able to. Please, you be looking at his arm.
He
One of his
spotted him
arms longer
7,
than the other.
RC.
I just don't understand what
Look,
you be seeing in quarterback play.
I'm just
He
saying
gonna
he
come- he gonna
spotted
come
New
back with
England
Marcus
7. He couldn't
Mariota.
spot himself 7. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's
Ben, I've heard quarterbacks say they seen ghosts looking at Bill Belichick defenses.
Yes.
He may not. He shut him out in the Super Bowl. Shut him out again. Obviously, Bill
Seriously,
sees something
gone.
that Jared doesn't see.
Yeah, he
He's
sees
taking
they can't
advantage
read
of it.
defenses. Yeah, he
You
knows
can't go
that.
from putting up 35 a game
Can
to
I?
laying a goose egg.
But
But
look who
that's
they
not.
played
That's
against,
not
though. They play against Seattle, right?
Right.
the Lions. They played against Philadelphia at home.
But we seen
35-38.
Philly, the game was way out of hand, and the Philly just like they went to sleep on them. Then they know that
No,
Lions just started
no,
scoring.
Bill
Yeah, they did.
didn't
They
go to
went to
sleep.
sleep. They were like, all right, we up enough. Then they're like, they Lions just started
What kind
scoring.
of melatonin are they taking? Because listen, man, listen.
It was a melatonin.
When you gotta understand, bro. This is the freaking Detroit Lions. This is the equivalent of what's a team in the NBA? The Clippers used to be bad, so I can't use them. They wake up every year knowing they're not gonna win anything. Man. Like they know they just
Orlando.
have to.
Commanders. That's the other team.
Swinging and missing, bro. Like so, he
Commanders.
They want to go play Bill at home. Bill went finna lose 2 in a row. You can pretty much pencil that one in. You know the Lions are gonna catch that L.
I knew better, RC. What was I thinking?
Yeah,
what I was thinking. I should.
I mean, we said it that Bill was gonna scheme up something.
Yeah.
I
I should
think the
know
Patriots
since
in
he
that-
shut him out in the
that's-
Super Bowl. How many points Jared Goff scored in the Super Bowl? What, 3?
I think it was 6. Was it 7?
Nah, he didn't score him. The kicker scored him.
Settle.
Yeah, the kicking scoring. I think the score was 69, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, should have known something right there, buddy. All right, the Jets blew out the Dolphins 40-17. Man, both New York teams are looking pretty solid there.
I know,
Brees
right?
Hall, RC left him on the bench.
I know, man. I picked them Jets though.
Man, you ain't treating Brees Hall right, man. Send him to a nice home like mine. I'll make sure that he crack the lineup. But
Dog too.
he is. Teddy Bridgewater got knocked out of the game with a concussion. Do y'all think that was the right call? I don't like, and y'all can answer that. Y'all think?
I don't. I think that this week they were just a little too antsy with these concussions and stuff with the backlash from the previous week. I mean, they talk about the eye test and stuff. You can see the Bridgewater didn't look concussed, but it was the Dolphins. You seen what happened to Tua, so just being biased, they pull them and I guess they decided just to take the L. I don't think they think they're gonna get it whooped that bad, but seeing what happened.
Look, let me tell you, they wouldn't win the game if Bridgewater stayed in there.
I didn't think that.
It don't matter. They were still gonna catch an L either way. We see your
I
guy
think we need to
Mustard
start.
went off.
I think we need to start paying attention to the offensive line. Like the offensive line is letting their quarterbacks get lit up, man.
I know. I thought O-line took pride in not letting their quarterback get sacked, but they
Hey.
must don't like Tua and Bridgewater that much.
Well, the line was not good, until they added Armstead and the guy from Dallas.
Armstead
I mean,
can't
but
stay healthy.
Armstead can't stay healthy, and just because they got Armstead, I don't think we can sit here and say, well, that's a top 5 offensive line. Like I say, obviously, because Tua's been hurt for the last couple of years, and Teddy is knocked out of the game, maybe accidentally, but still, like you said, they're getting touched.
Somebody need to just tell Tua, like, bro, maybe you need to think about your future.
Well, I
God, this
think it's
dude
a
stay
scheme.
hurt way too much.
I think it's a scheme. I'm going to give y'all 4 teams that run the same scheme. You tell me about their offensive line. Their run blocking offensive lines. 49ers, Jimmy G get touched. You watch Jimmy G be getting slung everywhere. The Rams run the same offense.
Stafford.
Matthew Stafford beat. The Bengals run the same offense. It looked like he just. I feel sorry for Joe. He ain't gonna make it through the year. And then you got these
Make
guys.
a point.
They're run blocking
Great
offensive line. You get the ball to Mixon. Mixon gonna run. Get a ball. To whoever running for the 49ers. But when they have to stand back there and have to play quarterback. It's like it's an adventure. So
they really look for run blocking. They really look for like run blocking O-linemen more than pass protection.
It's the scheme.
That's
that's the scheme.
So hey, the Jets they trending up. I'm happy for them. It's good for football when you have like the Jets. You know, some of these lonely teams
Oh yeah,
win. You know, it's good for the NFL.
New
All
York
right,
teams win. It's good.
Buccaneers beat the Falcons 21-15. All right, let's go and dive in on the sack. Right, I think it was Grady, right?
Yeah,
That
great,
made the
Jared.
sack.
Mhm.
Yeah, Grady Jarrett that made the sack on Tom Brady. Tyler, what do you think about that call?
I think and y'all can tell me if y'all agree. It kind of looked like when Tua got slung.
Mhm.
It kind of
Yeah.
looked like that to me. So I think that's what the ref saw when he called that. And on top of that, it's Brady, bro. Like
You need a shirt
Brady.
to say it's Brady, bro.
Come on, it's Brady, bro.
Hey, that's a good shirt. It's Brady, bro.
Excuse
That's
me.
all you need to say. But I feel like the NFL they shooting their own self in the foot with these calls, man. Because these are game changing calls. It's not like it's the middle of the second quarter, 3-10 or something like. No, these calls are happening in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're gonna call something like that in the fourth, you gotta review it. You gotta do something. Something gotta be put in place in order for referees to slow this thing down. Cause when it's fast like that, it's like bang bang. But I feel like the sack on Brady wasn't a bang bang. It was just like a regular routine,
regular play.
wrap up. So the NFL they're hurting their product where people are complaining, and even Tom Brady came out and said he said he talking about the sack. He said it was a long unwelcome hug from Grady. So that was Brady came out and said that in the statement.
Then he said,
RC.
I don't throw the flags.
Yeah.
You can look at him to throw him though.
Yeah, I take him like somebody. It's just like referee call foul. I don't think it was a foul, but I take it though. I ain't gonna argue with Will. Like, no, he didn't foul me. Pick up that. No, don't go along with it. Flowers, what you think, man?
This is another case of the NFL, overbearing, the outside talking about the concussions and everything. So, like I said, it's another example, man. Like, if anything, what they need to do, if they want to, they're so caught up on protecting these quarterbacks and stuff. Okay, in a situation like that, review the play. You review that because that's a game-changing moment. It allows Atlanta to possibly get the ball back, drive, possibly win the game. It killed their momentum. So
It really did. It
if
allowed
they
them to keep
want
the
to
drive going.
Yeah, let them keep the drive going.
Wasn't that third down? He got that sack on.
Yep.
I think it was third down. So they would have
that's a
punted.
game-changing play.
Yeah, that was you can't have that, man. RC, what do you think the NFL should do about the calls, especially in pivotal moments like this?
Man, it's been going on for years. It goes all the way back to the
Saints
no
no
call.
call.
Super Bowl. Yeah, the no call with the Saints. It's blatant now. It's like, what y'all gonna do about it? You still gonna pay?
You still gonna pay. You still gonna, yeah.
But I think the part that is alarming to me is they review everything else. Why not review that?
Yeah.
And then also with the situation that happened, I'm gonna piggyback off of what Tyler said. The situation that happened with Tua looked a lot more malicious than it really was. So that it's Brady getting slung now. So we gotta do something. But I like the fact that Brady walked to the official and was just like, "Hey man, it's Brady, bro," and then threw the flag because until that point, it was like he probably wasn't gonna throw the flag. But as a fan, if I was a Falcon fan, it's discouraging because your team had fought so hard to get back in that game and it get taken away from them. So it makes they gotta do something about it because you got other leagues that are coming, and not that they can compete with the NFL. You might just I see if the officiating is better, it's a better product. So you don't want to turn your fan base off with the officiating.
Yeah, most definitely. So just that's we copywriting it. It's Brady Bow.
Brady.
That's ours.
Brady,
you can write.
He
write
might
that
send
down right now.
he might send a letter of deceased to you. Now you can't use my name.
As long as he send a check.
Like Brady, hey, we can put you in there. We can let you wear the shirt, bro. Like you can
Tell him you used to be a
Look,
fan, Ben. He might.
check
He
this
might
out.
Yeah.
No, I just called Tristan and let him talk to Brady. He'll change his mind. All right. Titans beat the Commanders 21-17. Before we speak on that, I want to let Mr. Ron Rivera
Huh.
say what he needs to say.
Following up on John's question about the Giants, they're up to a faster start. The Eagles, the Cowboys, they've kind of all been rebuilding too the last couple of years, and it seems like they're farther ahead. Why do you think the teams in the division are farther ahead at this point?
Quarterback.
Oh, okay. We hear from the man himself. He said quarterback. So, I'm guessing
What?
they losing these
Bro,
games
why?
because quarterback.
Oh,
what?
man. He just threw him straight under the bus.
If I'm the quarterback, I'm watching that like, bro, you for real?
You gotta see me, bro. Like, no, we gotta talk about this.
Seriously?
I like so this person don't have it. Like, so why you struggling? Like, kind of coach can't call plays. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
you
love
taking
it.
shots.
I love it. Savage. He's a savage for that. I love it. And he didn't do it with any kind of.
Good.
He said it calm. They say if you don't raise your voice and you speak at a certain tone, it sounds more savage. Like it sounds more. The point gets across. Quarterback.
He's right, but he's wrong. Right? Y'all
Well,
know that,
yeah.
right? He's right, but he's wrong. You just can't do that.
Wait. Let me say something. In a sense, you can't do that, but you can because you know what Carson Wentz has the opportunity to do. He has the opportunity to better himself or to let that worsen him. Plain and simple.
But not everybody's a dog.
Well, then there you go.
Some people gonna be hurt by especially you gotta coach players differently. Now, if you would say that to somebody like Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers might go out there and prove it. All right, you said something like Jameis. If you would say that about Jameis, man, Jameis about to throw 40 picks. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be able to handle that. He more need uplifting words.
I agree.
Encouragement.
I've seen Carson be babied though, and it didn't help. So, I mean, I really can't. I can't defend him. I seen Frank baby him. I mean, Frank baby him, bro.
Rivera coached Carolina, right?
He dealt with a big baby.
So, but he never did that with Cam because Cam would probably admit, I need to no. And
Cam would cry. He would have sulked about it.
I don't think so.
Cam would have
I've seen that attitude, bro.
Cam would have got to the press conference and he did like this and been like, "Hey, right, listen, it ain't me, Ron Rivera. First of all, you play defense in the National Football League with the Bears. So what you know about offense, quarterback? Second of all, you took a job, the team named the Commanders. Every time I hear when I see the Titans versus the Commanders, and I see that W look like a G.I. Joe or something, it's just like this is not a National Football League team. They got more issues than quarterback. Okay, they got a lot, and it's you need to redo that. That's the Redskins. I'm sorry, but I grew up watching the Redskins. I grew up watching. You need to rebrand that thing again because ain't nobody intimidated. It's bigger than quarterback. You got a lot of issues.
He got a lot of issues with the defense. The defense is not playing like they were playing last year. So it's a number of things.
They still missing Chase Young.
Yeah, but they still got Marquez Sweat. That's what I'm saying. Montez Sweat, they still got him, but they not generating as much pressure as they usually do. And then they booting Antonio Gibson. I mean, why would you do that to that kid? Like, he's a beast.
Let somebody else get him. Let somebody else get him, man.
That's awesome. What I'm saying. Like, he's proven himself time and time again as a catching back and as a running back. We know he played receiver in college, so get that man in space. Get him lined up like Kamara, like McCaffrey.
This is Carson Wentz's last starting job. That's it.
Yeah, he ain't. Yeah,
this is a contract year for him.
Him and Baker Mayfield, these are their last two stops. That's it.
I 100% agree.
All right, Texans beat the Jazz 13-6. I was gonna save this for something, but I just wanna show RC
Okay,
something.
go ahead. Go ahead, bro. I probably didn't see it, but go ahead.
Let me see, can I find it? Where is it?
All the way to protection, time enough for those receivers to get in the end zone.
Lawrence looking for some late game magic. Will he even get it off? Lawrence running for some open space, puts his back into it, wobbling pass, and it is picked. Intercepted by Desmond King. He'll run out of bounds, and the Houston Texans.
RC, that pass looked like I threw it.
That's the last play of the game, though. Like, I mean,
It ain't make it. Wait, 30 yards.
He ain't make it to the end zone.
How about the
What
fighting?
was that?
How about the fighting Lovie Smith, man?
He heard you talking about. He's like dead end job. I got you a dead end job. I beat your
I
boy
got you.
Sunshine. I'm
I'm
about to
telling
show
you,
you something.
And Duval, like I was surprised. Like who was on that Texans defense? They are not.
They've been giving Jacksonville problems for the last few years.
They were 4-0 coming in this. I didn't know this, but they were 4-0 against the Jags.
Yes.
Did y'all hear the crowd? It sounded like a boxing match was going on. I really feel like the Jaguars are just like the Lions. They just be like, we don't supposed to win. We supposed to lose. You know, when they start.
Unless you play the Colts.
They take 2 steps backwards. I mean, it's come on, Duval.
And then Trevor Lawrence threw a crucial interception in the red zone. So there you go, 7 right there. And the score would probably may have been tied up.
It's been tied up.
It's been a lot of that this year. Quarterbacks throwing
red zone interceptions. Yeah, Carson Wentz threw a red zone interception at the end of the game.
He still throwing the ball a lot, bro.
Oh yeah. Speaking of throwing the ball a lot, Sunshine arm gonna fall off eventually. Like he ain't gonna have an arm to throw. Cause this dude right here, let me pull it over quick. I had it at the moment.
He threw like 50 times almost.
47 attempts, RC.
Yeah.
That's a young guy. He can handle it.
47. Is he Josh Allen? Is he Herbert? Is he Burrow? Is he Rodgers?
That's what they make it like.
That's some analytics, bro.
That's absurd.
That's some analytics. That's the offensive coordinator. That's Doug Peterson. That's trying to. That is crazy amount of attempts for a quarterback in a football game.
286 yards.
And Travis Etienne.
47 attempts, and you only got me 286.
Yeah, big point.
Hey, they got game footage of them now with Doug Peterson, so teams are able to make some adjustments. Like first 2-3 weeks, you didn't know what they were gonna do.
But there's a bright spot though. Travis Etienne, he's that dude.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to start feeding him and getting him in open space too.
That would help Trevor a lot.
Yeah, it would help him a lot.
He plays like your boy in New Orleans. He's not a great in between the tackle runner, Kamar, but he in space is a problem. Etienne is. He makes some stuff happen, but that's a lot of attempts, bro.
That's a lot of attempts, man. I bet after the game put ice on that thing.
Yeah, ice pack game like that.
Right.
It was just that bad. All right, RC, is your time to shine. 49ers beat the Panthers 37-15.
Yep.
So what you gotta say about that game?
It's Baker Mayfield. And it was analytics that got that man fired. This man in the third quarter, they're down 2 possessions. And instead of he's down 2 possessions, instead of going for it, he punt. But in the fourth quarter, he what did he do in the fourth quarter? I think he was down 3 possessions. No. In the third quarter, he was down 1 possession, and he didn't go for it.
Yeah.
Kicked the field goal and missed. And then in the fourth quarter, instead of going for it when you're down 3 possessions, he punted the ball. And they got you fired. And then also looking at it, man, they don't have a clear identity. Like they have McCaffrey, they have 3 quarterbacks, they have receivers, they have a great defense. and they're struggling because they don't have an identity. They don't know what they want to do with these guys. The 49ers are not 37 points. You know, they
well, Baker spotted him 6.
but I'm saying they're not going to put up 37 points a game. That was Carolina laying down, man. So
yeah, we already knew Carolina had a problem when they had 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, they got 3 quarterbacks.
I mean, you draft Matt Corral, you trade for Baker, you already had Sam Darnold on the roster. Like you already knew you didn't know who you were.
They have some pieces too. Whoever get that job is walking into.
Well, we don't know. I feel like they might blow this whole thing up.
No, they're not gonna. They're not gonna blow
they
that up.
They tried to trade McCaffrey in the offseason.
Bro, they got a good young defense. 2 good young.
They ain't gonna trade none of them defensive pieces.
Yeah,
the offensive pieces they'll probably trade.
Yeah, Matt Corral nice too.
I heard DJ Moore. There was a rumor that DJ Moore might get traded to the Bears.
But listen to this: they have an offensive line. Oh, please don't let that happen. Say it again.
Please, that man needs some help.
Yeah, he do need some help, but they didn't sit him over. DJ Moore is a problem. But they got the only offensive line in the National Football League that has played every snap together this year. No injuries. The guys show up every Sunday. How are you losing?
They're just not a good team.
Maybe like I say, the fire rule. So maybe him losing the locker room was truly true.
Right.
Yep. All right. The Cowboys beat the Rams. I know Flowers licking his chops.
So listen to Flowers, man.
So we're gonna let Flowers take this one over. So what you try telling us?
Defense travels, man. Defense travels in the regular season, in the playoffs. It travels in the NFL and the NBA. It travels. Defense travels, sir. The Rams offensive line beat up. I knew they weren't gonna be able to beat to block them. It's just, like I said, this Rams team, it doesn't have the same moxie to me. I don't think they can beat teams just as good or better than them. I don't think they stand a chance between teams that are just as good and better than them. It's a different team. I don't think that they have everything they need to do to be able to run McVay's offense. That's the problem, especially the offensive line. If there's no balance with the run game, he's got tunnel vision with Cooper. Higbee gets a little involved, but Cooper Kupp is your one and only in everything. They don't get it done that way. And then look, Parsons and those guys had Matthew Stafford scared for his life Sunday.
What gets me is that they continue to put all the pressure on Stafford, knowing their O-line is trash.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what get me. Like they allow this man to take a 4th drop back. Like he just stay in the pocket like he have all day, knowing
so they drop him
O-line. They just drop him back. He getting slaughtered. I mean, they 10 off on this man. I thought he ain't getting up on this one. I'm like, oh, he got up. I'm like, but this team, you're right that if they don't fix this offense, wherever they try and do the Cooper Kupp show, then it's a wrap.
I don't think it can be fixed.
Yeah, well,
not this year. I ain't saying it can't be fixed in a sense.
I saw this article where they said we might be seeing the effects of what they've been doing with the cap and everything, trading around on draft picks. Mm-hmm. They said we might be seeing the effect of what they've been doing. We knew we couldn't last. We were just wondering when it's gonna break down, and we finally seen it breaking down because now you can't fish O-line. What you don't have no draft picks. You don't have your linebackers are not that great. Your corners, they give up big plays. Jalen Ramsey, he falls asleep. I don't know what he be doing. I guess he get bored back there or whatever.
He's getting older.
Yeah.
People not talking about that, though. I mean, he's good. He's not what he was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still great, but he's I don't know if I can say Jalen's the best corner in the league. I honestly don't know who's the best corner in the league right now.
Yeah, got a Lions corner. He was doing good, but he got exposed.
I'm looking at Gilly in Indianapolis just locking up everybody, man. So
Yeah, he been doing it quietly.
He's
He been
defensive
doing it
player of the
quietly.
year one particular time.
It was
I'm not
Marshawn.
comfortable with saying it. Yeah, it was Marshawn. One it's here
Yeah,
and there.
till
You got
Justin Jefferson
Sauce
got a
locking
hold
up
of him.
people.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner. Yeah, and so
Sauce is
it just man, we seen the effects of what they've been doing for so long. I know RC happy about this. He's seeing the empire crumbling.
Mm-hmm.
You happy, ain't you?
Man, listen, we're leading the division by 2 games. I'm more than happy. But I don't need to give the Cowboys some love, man. The Cowboys
Yep.
are,
Cooper Rush.
but the one thing though, they might be playing their way into a quarterback controversy.
I hate to say it.
There's no way I'm taking Cooper Rush out if he beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
You can't. You can't.
Bye-bye, Dak. I love you, brothers, but listen, man. Cooper Rush is rushing his way to the playoffs to get beat by us again because they ain't finna beat nobody. Listen, let me tell you something, man. The NFC East went from the outhouse to the penthouse, bro. Them teams they got right in a year. They did that. So,
RC, man, you just can't. I don't think it's Cooper Rush per se. I think they just changed the offense for him.
Yep.
I think so.
Style.
I don't think they changed anything, Ben. I don't think they changed anything.
They pulled some stuff back. I mean, he's not making spectacular weeds.
They dumbed it down. They dumbed it down.
Why not? Why don't they do that for Dak?
Right now, see. Now you put a baby go somewhere, and I want to stay on top of that.
Well, Dak's smart. They don't need to dumb it down for Dak. He's smart.
But 46 times a game, throwing the ball 46 times a game is not.
Yeah,
smart.
he's the NFC East of Trevor Lawrence.
But $46 million a year, you're gonna throw it 46 times a game
when you get it out you. But you don't produce. That tells you they prioritize, that number versus Super Bowl trophies and actually playoff wins. Because if you keep it simple, look how easy the Cowboys look unbeatable, right?
Man, they have an elite defense, arguably the best in the league. Why not just like you said, keep it simple? Dak is better than Cooper Rush, obviously. Imagine what you could do. Imagine what you could do with Dak if you keep it simple, just like you are for Cooper Rush.
Exactly. All right, let's move on. The Saints beat the Seahawks 39-22.
Y'all toes it.
I thought the Seahawks
they gonna beat them Saints.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Red
nice.
Rocket.
I'm gonna be nice.
Rocket. Yeah, I seen that.
It was Taysom Hill.
But Taysom Hill, but Red Rocket, he did what he needed to do. He had that one bad throw. He didn't get it quite, to the back shoulder, but still, he just did what he needed to do. We finally messed up the game plan by throwing in Taysom, getting Kamara out of the backfield, letting him catching some passes. I'm like, where was all this? Now I realized
put Jameis back in that position. So
I was like, where did this come from? Now I realized, like, dang, Jameis just wasn't taking it. It was there.
They dumbed it down.
That's it.
They dumbed it down again.
Wow, come on! It's a trend. It's a trend, RC.
You just dumb it down. That's what you do.
It's a trend.
Let me say something, T and RC, real quick, because I understand that people are dumbing it down.
Hold on. Let me call Cam Newton. Are we ready?
Why can't these quarterbacks just take the initiative, the dumb things down themselves? That's just my only question.
Like, they don't have the sway in the building is what I call it. Because who I think the Red Rifle, what you call him? He is a
Red Rocket,
Red Rocket. He went to the playoffs a bunch with Cincinnati. He didn't win. He's not a loser. He's not just a great winner, but he's not a loser. He's known in the league and he's very smart. Cooper Rush is coming off to be the same way. But Jameis is a gunslinger. And then Cam has got to play a certain style. I just see a different game plan for different styles, right? So when they're in the game, why not simplify it for Jameis? Why not simplify it for Dak?
I think they did. I really
think they do.
I think they gave him the same stuff because there was some instances where Mike Thomas was open underneath. There was a play versus Minnesota, I believe. He missed Kamara in the middle of the field wide open. Kamara was just standing there like
That I
he
agree
threw it
with.
somewhere else. He
Jameis
was
making
wide
throws,
open.
man.
If you
Jameis
see
making
formation,
throws.
how
Yeah.
often did you see Cooper rush with 5 wide receivers?
Hmm.
How often
They
do you
just
see
ran
Cooper
that.
rush? They even Cowboys are running Zeke Elliott.
Yeah, we did run the ball a lot too yesterday.
Okay,
I mean,
but I'm
Sunday.
saying you guys are running the ball. Y'all keeping it simple. Y'all keeping the game simple, man. Like it's kind of like what my guy Flowers what made the Colts so good last year. They kept it simple. Just run the ball.
Well,
Just run the ball. Play defense.
I think we're elite quarterbacks.
Play action off of it. Play action off. Who are they?
I think we're with the gun happy passing quarterbacks. They rely on them to be their running game too.
Dak
So
is not that.
they allow like the dump offs, like they'll do like running back flare outs or running back, option type stuff. Like to give them the like you can take that or you can take a deep shot, you can take this. But Jameis refused just to take them options.
I think too that in all seriousness, I think that gotta give Andy Dalton some credit. Wherever he goes, he not gonna beat you.
Yeah.
He not cost you the game. He gonna.
That's true.
That's what you want in the backup, man. You want somebody to come in and not throw the game away, not come in to be Ryan Fitzpatrick. They give him a lot of praise, but all he do is go out there and turn the ball over. He might get you a few times, but not all the time. And I think watching the Saints game, I never felt like y'all was in danger on offense.
Yeah, exactly. If it was in danger because of us, Kamara was it Kamara that had a fumble? Yeah, I believe it was Kamara that had a fumble.
Yeah.
And look, let me ask y'all this. Well, let me tell y'all this. Andy Dalton has only sat one time.
In the past few games?
In this game, he only sat one time.
I mean, he really ain't been touched in his last few games, though.
He getting the ball out like he know where he already. And look, that's without Mike Thomas and Landry. He did with no hands Traquan, right?
Olave.
Yeah, he did it with Olave. We lost Olave in the middle of the game.
You did. That's true.
He was throwing the Callaway. He was throwing the Troutman. So he was just finding those type of guys. And Hill, they doing their Hill option and stuff. But other than that, I felt like we had Michael Thomas and Landry. The game could have been way out of hand. I
would like to see y'all use Hill more like a Swiss Army. That's how we use Juszczyk and Kittles. Line him up everywhere, tight end, let him get in the
slot. Put him in motion, do everything.
Because once he catch the ball in space, no one man gonna bring him down.
I agree.
He gonna run you over.
I agree.
He gonna run through you. Let me ask Todd this. Your boy Gino, he's the real deal.
He's real. He playing ball, man.
There's no way. We got the Red Rocket. We got Cooper Rush, Gino. Who else I'm missing? They're starting. They're playing good.
Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, Zappy winning games. Like, bro, what is going on?
I don't know what's going
Tua
on.
playing good this year.
Yeah, Tua. Like we had question mark with Tua. This been a weird season, man. Then Daniel Jones with the Giants. He riding the ship.
Hey, I got my hand up. I got an answer to that, man.
Yeah.
They ain't seen Gino in so long. You got no film.
10-year film. They had to dust the cobwebs off of that film.
I'm not finna toot my horn. But when they played us a few weeks ago, he couldn't move the ball.
That's true.
They got
everybody else.
They got 7 points on the block field goal. Other than that, he didn't have a clue. So let's see him. And then I think your defense is something is different. And it's Gardner.
We missing Marcus Williams.
It's Gardner, man. CJ Gardner. I'm gonna tell you on the back end of watching Honey Badger be very he not being himself.
He playing safe.
Yeah, he being very safe. And I'm like, man, that's not the way the Saints play on the back end.
Yeah,
coming.
like we always been aggressive in the secondary. We
Mhm.
jumping routes, we hitting guys.
I agree.
We missing Marcus Williams. I hate to say it. I seen the Ravens just put him on IR. We missing
Yeah.
CJ Gardner Johnson.
CJ, he had a pick this weekend. CJ did. That's
Yeah, he had a nice interception across the middle of the field. So I feel like the guys they got are more geared towards the run than the pass, and we seeing that. I
older,
forgot
too.
the guy's name from Mississippi State. We got Justin Tyler. What's
Evans.
that guy? Angie's friend.
Evans, Justin Evans.
Justin Evans.
Justin
Yeah.
Evans. He's a good tackler, but he's not a pass coverage DB / safety. Where the role they got him in. So hopefully Harris we got from free agency. He played for Broncos. Harris Jr. We
Chris
picked him
Harris?
up.
Yeah, Chris Harris.
Chris Harris Jr. So hopefully we can fit him in the system because we looking bad on the back end. Eagles beat the Cardinals 20-17. I see the baby, man. He threw an interception in the first half. That's the only downfall that happened to him in that game. But other than that, he played a pretty good game.
Pretty clean.
Played the Eagles tough.
Came to the game with Hillary Clinton outfit on. I wanted to like I was worried he had his hair braided down to here. I was like, this looked very something. But watching them play, man,
he said it looked very something.
Hey, watching them play, bro, it's a tale of two halves with them, man. It's like the
His shoes
first
were
half,
bedazzled.
I was like, the boots, they were boots.
They were boots.
Boots for me.
But they had the cleanest helmet this weekend. Y'all see that all black with that car?
All black. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was beautiful.
But their coach, who is just like Matt Rule, don't deserve that job. It's a tale of two halves with them, man. Like the first half, they was very like vanilla on offense, didn't do much. They're missing receivers, but they have enough to win. And then the second half, they just woke up and started playing football. And I thought I had upset on my hand and upset of the weekend, but he made a very like Kyler running with the football. We joke about this, but y'all gotta understand, it's a problem. It's like it's worse.
Problem.
It's worse than the baby got the phone running. The baby got something in their hand that they don't supposed to have. You the car keys, a cookie they don't supposed to bring. It's still
some candy told him not to get.
Bro, when he took off, I started laughing, man. I was with my dad and my cousin. He laughed. I'm like, it's just y'all don't understand. It's an inside joke. Every time he ran, bro, it looked like he had
I know. I
can't.
All I hear is the Mario music, bro. You know when you get to start, that's all I hear.
Hey, you like every time I watch the Cardinals game now, like look at the baby. He take it like it's y'all fault. I blame y'all for this. Cause every time I see Kyle now, I can't shake what we say on the pod. Like, bro,
his little legs, bro, his little
like
legs
that.
be moving. And then I gotta say this about the Eagles before we move on or for somebody else. Bro, listen, they built to win a Super Bowl. They have everything you need to win a Super Bowl on both sides of the ball. The receivers, the running back, the offensive line, the tight end. If they don't get this is like Super Bowl or bust season for them. It's a wasted season if they don't win a Super Bowl because they have everything.
D-Hop is not here. Yeah, D-Hop's not even playing yet.
No, I'm talking about the Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles.
Like, yes, they're on. I mean, the back end, the front end, it's just
not the best roster in the league.
I was impressed. That's tough.
Yeah, my boy Jalen getting it done. Bengals lose to the Ravens 17-19. Tyler, what you think about this game?
Lamar had a rough night. I think he only passed for what? Huh?
He threw for 174.
Yeah, which he kind of got it going on that last drive. But I credit Baltimore defense stepped up this game. They only gave up 17. Better than what they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Team's been figuring out a way to take out Chase. He's been very quiet. Very quiet. I don't know if they bracketing him. Cause he was throwing the ball 12 times, but he only had 7 catches of 50 yards. What do the Bengals have to do to get him more involved, Flowers?
Scheme better. I picked the Bengals because I thought that Baltimore didn't learn their lesson last year of letting them cats play one-on-one outside and not playing two shell over the top and not letting them get beat over deep. I mean, that's what Baltimore did Sunday. They didn't let those guys go deep and beat them. They
Get
kept
hurt.
everything underneath. Kept everything underneath and got Joe a little bit. And even though I thought Cincinnati kind of gave the game away in a sense with some reckless calls and here and there, some things they probably shouldn't have done. I knew at the end of the game when they went up and Lamar got the ball, I kind of figured it was going to be over because, Lamar's extra element to be able to run the ball. And, man, once you get into 66 and under, Justin Tucker,
Game over.
60 and under, game over. You might have a chance if he's kicking a 63, he might miss it, maybe. But anything 60 and under, man, is over.
He had too much swag.
Yeah, way too much swag.
All right, see, you're the only person that picked this game right. What did you see?
Well, it's Sunday night football. Lamar, even though he ain't had that many yards, I watched that game. He was spectacular to me. What he does with no talent on offense. I found a new guy that I'm a fan of. It's Duvernay. He plays the Debo. I think that's how Cincinnati should use Shea sometimes to line him up everywhere. But Duvernay lined up everywhere in the backfield. He lined up the receiver. He lined up, in the slot. And they got him the ball, and then they used Mark Andrews. But the thing that was impressive me on that last drive, watching Lamar operate, was the defense almost knew that they were going to go through him, and he still couldn't stop. And that's why he bulked up. And one of the runs he had where he put his head down and he turned into a running back. It's like, if you don't pay this man, somebody automatically gets better with this guy. But yesterday's price ain't today's price. And And as the day add up and the days start to mount, I think that number going up. Especially
they
with MVP now.
Every week.
Yeah,
Right?
they call him middle season. Hey buddy, you want to come in and get this contract done?
Nope, let's wait.
I'm just sit on
Gucci. Just keep it on your desk.
I saw that a fan had a blank check.
I see.
And I was like, yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh my goodness. All right. The Monday night game. The Chiefs beat the Raiders 30-29. Flowers. What happened here? The Raiders were moving. They were getting it done.
Can I pat myself on the back in a sense?
Yeah.
I said the game was gonna be a whole lot closer than what people thought.
You did. So
Raiders should have won. I mean,
they should have.
I kind of feel like they got scared of the Chiefs. I mean, even though the Raiders were up 17-0, we're so used to the Chiefs, coming back. They're at home. You knew they were going to make a run. But what disappointed me about the Raiders, I got a good friend that's a Raiders fan. I was telling him last night, y'all went away from – y'all had two things going for you. They couldn't cover Devontae, and Josh Jacobs was unstoppable. Josh Jacobs did not have enough carries last night. In the second half,
he did not.
If your running game is going, I'm an old school guy. I know RC. I know you the oldest cat in here, but I'm an old school guy in a sense myself. If you up in the second half, if you get a lead, pound the rock on people, wear people down. You got Devontae. They can't stop Jacobs, so people have to come up, play action, hit Devontae over the top, do something, and then in the fourth quarter, you tie it up and you go for two. All right. I don't have a problem with people going for two if you can stop somebody. But it's 4 minutes left in the game. Tie the game up. Put some darn stress on Mahomes and their offense to go out there and make a play. You get the ball back, and either you got a chance to tie it, you got a chance to win it.
Yeah, them going for two, it didn't sit well with me.
It didn't sit well with me either.
I'm like, why? Why are you doing this to yourself? And I see the score.
It ended up costing you.
kick the field goal,
Simple.
fellas.
It's simple. It's the trend now. It's just take.
I mean, if you look at football 101 rule book, they'll probably tell you kick the extra point. I don't know what they doing. I don't know what they thinking about. Like, okay, you go at 1 point. Okay, so what? The Chiefs, you still gotta stop the Chiefs from scoring.
You hadn't stopped them the whole game.
Yeah, you haven't stopped them the whole game. And so what? If they get in field goal position and kick what's the point of just going for 2 and giving you?
Let me add one more thing.
Yeah,
Travis Kelce caught 4 touchdowns, right?
4 TDs.
You know what? I didn't see not once. I didn't see a linebacker lined up over him trying to jam him. I didn't see him put a defensive end. Whether you stand him up or he's in a 3-point stance, put a hand on him in the red zone. Knock him off his route. He's getting a free release off the line of scrimmage, and he's running wide open. Shame on you.
And he's slow as hell.
He's not bad. That will blow my mind.
He didn't have 50 yards.
He had 25 yards.
Anything over 5 yards, you can't touch somebody. They should have been trying to clean him up. Him coming across them coming some linebackers. They should have been trying to clean him up. But what do I know?
I don't know. Yeah. It's mind blowing. Like decisions that being made, like no adjustments. Like they don't believe in adjustments, or they like, oh, it'll be okay. He scored 3 times. He ain't gonna score again. You know, like do something.
One is
about
too
it.
many.
I know. If somebody's killing you, do something about it. You don't let them keep doing it to you, man. It's just basic strategy. RC, the Raiders dropped to 1-4.
They're the best 1-4 team in the National Football League. And
they are
dead.
Unfortunately,
they're not dead either.
Their schedule.
I can see them getting in a wild card.
Their schedule is going to allow them to win some games coming up.
Their coach,
but they have lost. They have given away some games too.
They've been in them all. They lost 2 games by less than a touchdown. A touchdown.
4. I think it's been 4 games. But
they gave up.
Their head coach has got to be overrated, man.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, what y'all thought about that roughing the passer call?
BS.
But hey, listen, I think did you put David Carr in your top 10?
I did.
No, I had him out of it.
Listen, man, listen. I wish I could grab the back of his helmet or back of his head. I done found somebody who's worse than Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. Let me tell you what happened last night. Okay, Patrick Mahomes is forcing the ball to Travis Kelce. Keep in mind, nobody's touching him, but he's still going to force it to Travis Kelce. Mm-hmm. When Hill was there, he's going to force it to Hill. This man is forcing the ball to the worst, one of the third receiver with
Hollins.
He was throwing the ball into double cover, bro, to that guy.
Yeah.
But you got Devontae Adams over here bracketed. You're like, just the play call, even the play that Devontae didn't finish, which the NFL need to change that whole catching thing, because I just don't understand you asking me to be just perfect. When we grew up watching, it was totally different. But what I'm saying is, the pass, you instead of throwing him up the field, you threw him to the sideline. He had to do this jump and do all this kind of stuff. And I'm watching Derek Carr, man. It's like I'm nervous when he got the ball in his hand, because you know it's going to be some crazy something. And he reminds me so much of his brother. He reminds me so. And he does sporadic things, man. But on top of that, man, I just really feel like Josh McDaniels is overrated, and he's living off Brady and Belichick.
Yeah, I don't like Josh McDaniels.
I don't like him. Never will.
His defense is horrible. Like,
he really is. They can't win that many games. Defense just giving up plays like that. They where they can't make adjustments.
Not touching that man at all. Just letting him run free.
All right. So hey, I get everybody record game pitch record Friday, but this week I got I was 10-6 on picks. Flowers was 11-5 on picks. T. Wright was 11-5 on picks. Taylor Gatwood was 10-6, and RC was 11-5. So look at there. I know, great week. All right, let's dive into some news real quick. It's very brief. Let's see, can I pull it up? All right, I'll play this first. Oh,
And the Chiefs, it would one.
Frustration from Adams, and whoa. Can't have that as Adams leaves the field. The frustrations on this evening bubbling over, and that's not what you want to see.
so Davante Adams, right now he's in legal trouble for pushing the
I love it.
photographer.
I loved every minute of it.
They said Davante Adams could be facing a suspension for shoving a
They better
stadium
not
worker
suspend that man.
to the ground after the Raiders lost last night.
Devontae
And
got money,
then
too.
the victim came out and said the victim is a photographer at the Chiefs and Raiders game. At the end of the game, he was pushed to the ground, causing injury. He made arrangements for a private transport to the hospital for treatment, at which time he called the police. The injuries are thought to be non-life-threatening. The incident will be investigated by the assault unit detectives on completion. They will coordinate with the city and state prosecutioner to determine any applicable charges.
What?
My
To be
son
honest,
pulls my beard harder.
to be honest, I ain't saying I'm a perfect human being, but it's no telling what I'll probably done if the cameraman was that close to me at the law. I don't know. Like I get pretty upset when I play sports, especially after a loss.
I think I saw Dion push the coach from Alabama State harder than he pushed this man. Got pushed. This man look like he weighed 9 pounds 6 ounces. It didn't take much. But with that being said, you could press charges. I mean, you don't even know what the cameraman said. Yeah,
But
okay.
yeah, like he was on like in my opinion, if you in my face like that, bro, like you in my personal space. I don't know what you doing. Like you need to get out of my way. Like it wasn't
Devontae
like
got money though.
yeah.
That look. As soon as he seen it with Devontae, his back, his neck,
Like Ezell, man.
He like I can't move.
Remember Ezell fell in the stove, bro?
All jokes aside, bro, I would have came in there the next day to work with a neck brace on, bro. I'd have been in there.
Yeah. I wouldn't have got up. I'd just laid right there.
Got up. I can't feel my legs.
I mean, but if you look at it though, the push looks on a scale from 1 to 10. The push looks like a 2.5.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. He was just like,
but I think Devontae is frustrating, man, watching him play with Derek Carr. It's like, bro, why did y'all do that? You and Aaron Rodgers. It's like anything we've seen, over history and time where you had groups that broke up, or Kobe and Shaq, or Jordan and when Jordan retires and leave Pippen. It's just something you need to leave alone, man. Like he looked lost without him, and they looked lost without him. So it's like, man, why? Just out there running.
Money, man.
Derek will never be able to put the ball where Aaron can put it.
Bro,
It's just plain and simple.
And they treating him like he Randy Moss.
Ain't it, son? All right, Matt Rule from the Panthers was fired. I know Flowers brought that up a little bit, but he was fired after 1-4. And Deion Jones was traded to the Browns.
That's a linebacker from Atlanta.
Yeah,
From the
cover
Falcons.
linebacker. Mm-hmm.
So that's about it with the news. Y'all ready for Studs and Dud of the week?
Yeah.
All right.
Stud or Dud of the week.
All right, to your right. Who your stud of the week?
My stud is Jay Jettis. He went 12. He had 12 catches, 154.
Let's see if I got something for you.
Changing the play right here. Can. That's what that means. We're going to go to something different.
And it's a pass play. Cousins to the outside. It is Jefferson. It is a touchdown. What a drive for Minnesota to start the day.
That boy got some bad moves, don't he?
That boy got some ready to skedaddle, boy.
he should be on Dance with Stars, bro. He dance so much. All right. See who your stud.
the machine jerk, Big Josh Allen is what I call him. The machine jerk is what I call him. Big Josh Allen.
Let's see the stallion. Let's see.
Number one in the league on third down.
Yeah, there are the Bills, 56% on third down, but it's 3rd and 10, throwing into the wind, way down the field. Oh my goodness! This is going to be 98 yards to Gabe Davis.
That
is amazing.
98 yards, bro. He just threw it out there so smooth.
The second one was better.
Yeah, I know that one hand he caught it like one hand
on Fitzpatrick, on Minka,
Yeah.
the one he called Minka. Oh my goodness!
All right, Flowers, who your stud?
My stud is Austin Eckler. Brandon Staley, please use this man, please.
God, this boy can scoop. That's for sure.
For the Chargers from the Cleveland 22. Eckler inside the 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Hard got to bring it down.
Hey, you see how he weave and in and out? That boy, he's something else. He's definitely shifty. My stud of the week is jack of all trades. Oh boy, Taysom Hill.
And that means they're going to run it with Hill. This is work every time, and now he's gone. It's a foot race, but the speed of Woolen, will he get there? No! Touchdown! A 60-yard scamper for Taysom Hill.
That
He
boy
ran
is wow.
He ran off of some brothers too. He was.
Did anybody start him for fantasy this week in the league?
No, I heard he put up like 35 points for fantasy though.
He had a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, a fumble recovery.
Yeah, he had 3 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown, fumble recovery.
Y'all better ever cut that man, bro.
They tried it. They tried it.
All right, let's go to the dud. Let's go with Flowers with the dud of the week.
Oh, who other than Carson Wentz? Man, you drive all that way to get down to the 2-yard line to blow the game. Come on, man.
Oh, walk it to me.
No timeouts for Washington. Wentz, quick pass, and it's intercepted! David Long with the interception, and he's finally brought down near midfield. Carson Wentz intercepted as time expires, and the Titans win 21-17.
I had to get that shot, Carson.
You know how many times I seen that last year?
It was like, oh.
that boy back hurt.
Just to think that man was on MVP one year.
Right.
Did y'all see the drive?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness, man! Watch this.
Oh my beard.
That's brutal. All right. So who your dud of the week?
Aaron Rodgers. That's who my dud of the week is.
The bad man. He couldn't get it done.
Four-man D-line, they got to try and silo him in the pocket and keep him inside of here. Don't let him get outside and buy too much time. You see him. Oh, there he goes.
Rodgers in trouble. Looking. Ball knocked out. Recovered underneath with no time left by Green Bay. And the Giants come from behind and knock off the Packers 27-22.
Daniel Jones looking like, what? We won?
What we won?
Hey, he won something. Like, we won? I can't believe it.
Well, you didn't show. I wish you would have got the shot of him on the 4th down and the ball gets batted and he's walking off the field and he's looking back at everybody. He's like, can't believe I'm playing with these. Can't believe I'm playing with these peasants.
These peasants.
Like, this dude was a trip, bro. This dude was a trip. Like, and they had a guy at the game that looked just like him, too.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Where he be talking to them like he Otis.
He treating them boys like nothing. All right, Tyler, who your dud of the week?
Russ, man. Ain't looking good, bro.
Bronco country, let's ride.
Out. Yeah. You know what happened? 4th and 1. Surveys, good protection, slides, fires, broken up in the end zone. Gilmore on Sutton. So the defensive player of the year a couple of years back, and somehow, some way, the Indianapolis Colts, who took their first lead of the game on that field goal.
That's right.
Matt Ryan gave that boy.
I keep watching that play over and over though.
I'm glad you showed that play. I'm glad you showed it because it was going to what I said the other day. He never looked that way.
He didn't. He was looking straight. He was looking this way the whole time. I was like, if he would just turn a little bit, he would have saw.
You do not try Gilmore. That was the third read on that play.
It was.
Guarantee you.
I feel like the play put him going to the right side. It was a pick play.
Yeah.
It was a pick play. It put him going to the right side.
It's something Russ said. Let's ride.
He let it ride. He showed
That's what it looked like. Let it ride, bro. That's crazy, bro. That dude, man. And then he pulled his helmet off. He looking around like, what is DK?
He said, "Oh, shucks." That's what he said.
She'll love it, Russ.
Oh man! All right, so my dud of the week is sunshine. It's cloudy on a rainy day, bro.
Oh man, this is a
sunshine.
It's cloudy.
Adjustments coming out of halftime. Peterson obviously has made his adjustments. Play action, little bootleg. Lawrence throwing end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stingley.
RC, I'm pretty sure his team is that green color, right? Not white. I mean, he threw it right too. He threw it right to him.
What is he looking at?
I don't know. Like the guy that's standing
he couldn't have seen him. He couldn't have seen him.
It's a white jersey, Tyler. It's a.
I don't know. Hey, you explain it, bro. You explain it, bro.
White jersey.
He'd have been better cutting it up and running it, for the first down or trying to score because there was nothing there. It's tight down there.
It was nothing. It was just a guy in a white jersey just standing there. He wasn't guarding nobody. He was just zone.
I love the bootleg action though. I was like, that was a pretty good call.
They do that so much. I'm starting to wonder, is Peterson protecting him because he can't sit in the pocket because of the offensive line? They do it so much. They did it so much against us when we played them first.
I think that's how you use quarterback. I would love to see teams do it more with running quarterbacks because it gives you the threat of the run in the pass. Lamar in the bootleg could probably be terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta be able to run and throw. I don't think Sunshine can do that. Throwing on a run like that.
Yeah, he's not very fast either.
Oh, he's fast, yo.
He fast.
He looks like an athlete, man. He should be able to throw on the run.
He was running that thing at Clemson.
Yeah.
No.
Don't do Scooter like that.
He didn't look that fast.
No, that's Clemson though. This is the NFL now.
Yeah, he didn't look that fast to me, bro. I'm just saying. So, anything else y'all want to bring on the pod before we end it?
Hey, RC.
What's up, man?
Who is Sweat?
Is Sweat. Baby, don't forget that part.
I ain't Sweat.
Man, listen. I want to speak to that real quick, man. We got to stop as black people. We got to stop saying what's black and what's swag and what's hood and we don't get the right to tell somebody what they ain't. I think this dude made a complete fool out of himself. Deion is bigger than the swag. He's not perfect, but the attention that he bringing to black college football is one BET need to be bringing to with Tyler Perry or with Tyler seeing his movies. Why would you put the sweat game on there? But I think it was just very.
The sweat game on BET.
Long time ago, RC.
Yeah, they used to.
Long time ago.
They used to.
But I think my thing is I was disappointed because it shouldn't have got to that. We teach our kids and to be, show good sportsmanship and conduct themselves in a certain manner. Then this guy go over there. He wouldn't. If Deion would have pushed me like that, I would have whooped Deion. I can't say it, but he was. This is my or either make a name for myself or do something. But now you're on T-shirts, you're on a rap song. It done went the other way, and he didn't apologize. But That was crazy, yo.
What's so crazy is that he got mad because they said he wasn't a coach last year. What happened between Deion and that school, but he took it personally because they said Deion. He said Deion didn't shake his hand to 50-yard line. Like, bro, it's 4 games. Like nobody exchange pleasantries all the time before a game like that.
You ain't see what they did to him last year. They was wild last year.
Right, they're talking about his foot last year. This year, they got clean running water on the screen and stuff.
Oh, that's foul. That's
crazy. The same night this was going on, the same day that game happened that day. Later on that night, Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban exchanged pleasantries, bro.
Yeah,
if they can get along, we need to be able to learn how to get along. But that dude had the right guy at the wrong time. This guy is making money off of this. And did nobody know that Deion has signed a deal with Prime, Amazon Prime, and has been recording the whole thing the whole time?
I love
it. That's the only reason he apologized, RC, because you heard them players cussing at him. That's the only reason he apologized.
That's true too.
That was bad business, man.
That's the only reason he apologized. Because it made the school look bad.
Big shout out to Jackson, Mississippi, man. Big shout out to the HBCUs, but Jackson, Mississippi, and of course, Alcorn and Valley, Deion supporting them and helping them as well.
Yeah.
But everybody stood up for the state because Alabama, the state of football, they're passionate about their football, and we're starting to figure it out, I guess. But everybody rolled for them on that, man, because it's the Alabama schools, A&M and Alabama State got a problem with it, but everybody else on board.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. They hate to love you. So, all right. Tomorrow pod, we having a special guest from the Pod Squad Network. Dreadnoughts. He's part of the Dreadnoughts Mobile One gaming community, and we're gonna be talking about some video games, esports, some COD. Just a little laid back session, and also throw a little Tom Brady in the discussion. So don't miss the show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. It's gonna be a cool, chill time. So check us out. All right, guys, y'all ready to end?
I'll let y'all, man.
Peace.
All right.
Peace and blessings.
We out of here.